In this video, I will show you how to install and configure OpenFiller. And I will install OpenFiller as a virtual machine, but not inside the SAXI, but rather as a virtual machine on my physical computer. Why? Because the OpenFiller will act as a storage area network and should be available even one of the SAXI server is offline, or both are offline. So I will start by creating a new virtual machine onto my physical computer. So new, install it from disk. I have already downloaded. Let's go to downloads, OpenFiller. Next, I choose other Linux. Let's customize settings. OpenFiller. Also, it's important to give at least 512 mega of RAM, and the drive should be, depending on how many virtual machines you want to store, at least 40 gigabytes, I would say. And let's start. The installation process is quite similar to other Linux versions. It will take a while. Also, you have a graphical user interface, so it's easy to install it. It says that will remove any data that you have on the hard drive, on the virtual hard drive. We will let the default settings to remove it as it wants. Okay. We leave on. No, let's choose manually. Manual configuration will be 172.16.36. Let's say 199. Let's see for sure. What is the IP address that VMware is using? Yeah, 172.60.36. Okay, and prefix or net mask is 252.55.55.0/24. Sorry, I would say 24. I'm not interested in IPv6 port for now. Right now, okay. Gateway 172.16.36.2 if I remember correctly from the other, and DNS is the same. Okay. Remember the IP address, choose the zone you want. Let's choose Bucharest. Belgrade, Bucharest. Choose a password, a user is root, and that's it. It's almost done. The installation. Now it will take a little bit to copy the files, but the installation setup is ready. Okay, I will stop with the video and I'll come back when the installation is done. The installation is now complete. The virtual machine has been restarted, and now you have to configure it by inserting this IP address to the browser. Let's go to the browser. I already inserted them. This IP address that you have previously chosen during the installation. The username is OpenFiller and the password is password. OpenFiller is quite rich in settings and configuration, but we'll focus just on creating a loon, a volume that would be used later to connect the ACXI server to it and store the virtual machines on. So on the status you'll have some basic information about the hardware of OpenFiller. You can change the network settings from here, set up the clock, shut down or reboot EPS management, notification, update, restore, and even an SSH on the browser. Here you have the volumes. Let's go to block devices. So this is actually the hard drive that the OpenFiller sees. It's 40 gigs. Let's click edit disk. And now they're using 1 giga for swap and a giga 0.3 for itself, and the rest of it 30 gigs is free, so you can use as a storage. OpenFiller has a bug, so we have to use the cylinder, not all the cylinders. So you will use like this instead of 12, 14, 13, 14. So we'll not start the starting cylinder, we'll decrease and increase by 100 like this. Okay, so we'll not use exactly the all free space, but rather a little bit less. And here you have to say physical volume. So create, and we'll create a partition that will be later used as a volume, and we'll connect the ACXI to it. So now it's done. It's called SDA4. Now let's go to volume groups. Create a volume. So vol group 0 or vol group simple. And then choose add a volume. So this volume will be called loon 0. Loon 0. The size will be this one. We'll use all the size. And the file system will be block, iSCSI, or fiber channel. So great. Okay, now let's go to services and enable iSCSI target if it's not already enabled. Mine is already enabled, and click start. So now the ACXI will be connected through iSCSI to this iSCSI target. Let's go back to volumes, iSCSI targets. This is the ID of the storage. It's automatically generated. Let's add. I will leave the default settings here. Update. Okay. Then go to LAN mapping and map this volume that we have previously created to this iSCSI target. Okay, it's map. I can create an ACL if you want. This would allow or deny the traffic coming from various subnet masks, subnets. So you have first to create a local network section and access configuration. So we'll say SXI, and will be 172.16.36.0 with net mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, now let's go to volumes, ESI targets, iSCSI targets, and access allow. So we'll allow the traffic from this subnet. Okay, that's it. That's the basic configuration of an iSCSI target on an OpenFiller.